On the wedding night, the servants, following the royal custom, stepped forward to help the newlyweds remove their outer clothes and nightgowns. Marie was not at all accustomed to such a treatment that was both honorable and so private as to be almost offensive. In a flurry, she hastily hid on the bed, eagerly hoping that all this would come to an end soon. Unexpectedly, the king then took out a box containing small balls. Immediately, everyone threw the small balls at the newlyweds. The small balls, which were supposed to symbolize good wishes, became strange and lost their original meaning amidst the hubbub of the crowd. Marie curled up helplessly on the bed, her eyes filled with fear. As the king drew the bed curtains, this grand yet absurd wedding ceremony finally came to an end. Marie had expected to have a romantic wedding night, but her husband, Louis, placed a pillow between them and then turned over and fell asleep. At this moment, Marie remembered what her mother had once warned her. As the Dauphine, she must give birth to a healthy son for Louis, because only by having an heir could the alliance between France and Austria be solidified. So, Marie summoned up her courage and tried to wake Louis, but as soon as she gave him a gentle touch, Louis was so frightened that he jumped out of bed and fled. At this time, Marie was horrified to find that there was someone hiding behind the door. She frantically looked behind each lock in the room and saw that behind every lock, there was a pair of eyes peeking at them. Marie was so scared that she quickly fled back to the bed, filled with fear and helplessness. 4 months passed, and Marie still hadn't managed to make Louis show any affection towards her. In desperation, she took a carriage to the palace of the king's mistress, Madame du Barry. Madame du Barry had been deeply favored by the king for 19 years, and the king's infatuation with her had not diminished yet. Marie carefully observed and earnestly imitated every smile and gesture of Madame du Barry, full of hope that she could thus become the Dauphine in the true sense as soon as possible. After carefully applying exquisite makeup, Marie went to Louis's room. However, what she saw was the scene of Louis being intimate with his guards. Marie was unwilling to give up easily and tried to put on the coquettish expression she had imitated to attract Louis's attention, but she was mercilessly shut out of the door. This was undoubtedly a great humiliation for Marie. In anger and despair, she wiped off the makeup on her face. At this moment, she understood in her heart that she didn't expect Louis to love her. She just hoped that Louis could make her pregnant with an heir, but even such a simple wish seemed difficult to achieve, because Louis seemed to have no interest in women at all.